What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Steven Stelisma. Welcome back to another episode of the SD'Experience, where I break down to you chapters of my new book, Me, Myself, and Time. So, last episode, I took you guys inside the LGBT and gave you guys a brief experience that, things that I've experienced inside the LGBT, why I'm not really involved in that community. This episode, I am going to talk to you guys about love. Um, And this is actually a very important chapter to me as well. This is chapter 8, Purposely in Love. And basically, okay, let's go back. So growing up, I never knew what love was. I didn't grow up in a loving household. My mother never married. I never even think I've ever seen my mother with a boyfriend, to say I love you. And I can't recall her saying she loved me, but I assume she did love me. She does love me. She's my mother, right? But growing up, I never had a dad to tell me he loved me. Even when I came to the US, in the household I was in, I didn't experience love, and I didn't notice love between the husband and wife. However, I seen love. I've heard I love you, but that was only from Abigail to her son, because she loves her son. And I can't tell you that was something I wanted back then, but it was definitely something that I needed, because I then started to face the world alone, and I didn't know how to differentiate love and lust. So I found myself in the whole cycle, or in a bubble of lust, and mistaking it for love. Even to this day, I don't know how to say I love you, not to a friend. And I can't say that if I say it, I mean it. Because what exactly is love? And I'm still not sure exactly what that meaning is, but I know it's not what everybody else make it out to be, because nowadays people just utilize that word just so loosely. Like, I love you, I love you, I love you. But those same people that say they love you be the same people to tarnish your character, be the same people to, do Lord knows what behind your back. So honestly, I don't really trust people that just throws the love word around. I rather your loyalty than your love. I do. But yeah. So later down the line in the LGBT, I met some people, whether it was girls, boys. I had to differentiate loving a friend, because I had love for this friend of mine. It was so strong. I thought that loving someone had to be intimate, you know? And I loved this friend so much, and he was a guy, a straight guy, and I love him to the point that sometimes I would get jealous to see him with, in a relationship or in this and that, whatever. So I had to realize that that is my friend. I love him because of what he's done for me. But I didn't know how to differentiate that. I thought, when you love someone, it had to be intimate. Long story short, okay? So I had to learn that. And it wasn't until later that I actually felt love for someone. And because of how sometimes that person was a bit, I want to say, not cool, or very not, where that person was cruel. Let's just say that. Um, I knew I loved them, because it's like I wanted to better myself to be with them. And it's funny to say, I found love for myself through loving that person. Does that make sense? Can that happen? Well, it happened for me. Like, I found love for myself through that person. Like, I wanted to be with this person so bad that I started fixing myself so that they can see me at the light, that they want, that I wanted them to see me at. Because sometimes this person treated me like I was beneath them. And child, please. Like, I wish I knew now. I knew then what I know now. Because I was definitely always the prize, okay? But we meet people in this world for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. And that is why I say I'm grateful for my story, because everything that happened, it had to happen to get me to where I'm at today. So I'm grateful for it. And this person, the love could have worked. It really could have. But we both were I guess in different time we were in our heads. And I mean, if the way I'm gonna explain it is that this person was, I want to say, selfish. They were selfish, but yet confident. Selfish person, insecure at times, but yet confident. And then you had me, who was quite possessive, revengeful, but yet loving. Like I have a great heart. Like I'm so romantic. Like I love it. I can feel it. But because I've never experienced the love, because I didn't grow from it, because never had a dad to tell me, he loved me, I kind of just grew up to be all over the place, didn't know. I don't know. Am I making sense? You can tell me, okay? But anyway, I'm going to read to you this chapter 8. It's only 2 pages that I'm going to read. But yeah, step into my love life. The year was 2011. I took a leap of faith towards self-improvement. I wanted to become a version of myself I hope others would see. At that point, I stopped searching for who I wanted to be and started trying to create. No, I started searching for who I was and started trying to create who I wanted to be. The only problem was I still wasn't being myself. I was doing things for the acceptance of others. I changed my appearance, the way I walk, the way I talk, but I've learned something important. Being gay didn't mean I had to act or dress like a girl. Still, a part of me just wished I could simply be. The truth is, I wanted to embrace our different side of me, my many personalities. I can't tell you for sure if the absence of my father's love influenced my need to find love in others, but that neediness, that craving to be loved often felt like a nightmare. I loved Justin, but I couldn't love him. He was my friend. And with him, I learned that just because you love someone, it doesn't mean you're meant to be together. You can love a friend, but that doesn't mean you have to be intimate. I love Kathy, the girl who carried my unborn baby, but she protected herself with no regards of my feelings. I can't say I was ready to be a parent, but something deep inside me tells me life would have been different. That child would have loved me. I could have loved Anthony, but he wasn't ready to be loved. He wasn't ready to be honest with himself or the world. I can't judge him. I've been there before. The others in my life, they were experienced, and I couldn't say I regret any of them. I've learned a lot about love. One thing is, you can love someone, but you can't force them to love you. Another is that love isn't supposed to hurt, but sometimes you can love someone so much that it does. I felt that when I met him, Tristan. We met on the internet, and soon it became love at first sight, at least for me. Tristan came into my life at the right time, just when I needed him most. I had never made the first move on a boy before. But with him, I felt like I had to. Funny thing is, I used to stalk his social media page before I found the courage to message him. I'd seen him once at a nightclub. He was tall, handsome, and there was something about the way he walked that made me wish that he would walk right into my life. Eventually, I found the courage to write him, crossing my fingers that he would respond. And he did. At first, he seemed like he was playing hard to get, but after several conversations exchanging numbers, we made plans to meet. The next day, I was getting ready to see Tristan for the first time in person. I felt like a teenage boy meeting his crush. You know, that nervous feeling in your stomach, thinking, what if he doesn't like me? Practicing my facial expression in the mirror. It was comical, but it was real. I got on the bus to go meet Tristan at his home, just a few miles from where I live. When I arrived at his stop, anxiety kicked in. My heart was pounding as I approached him. I had seen him in the dark, but in the daylight, he was just as handsome. My feelings for him only grew as I got to know him. We arrived at his place, and I could tell he had a story of his own, but he was my main attraction. I'm going to stop here. Anyways, so yeah, some of you guys might know who Tristan is. I mean, I didn't. I didn't have that many, love stories or been in that many relationships. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of people know. I mean, if you can actually guess who Tristan is, I ain't play about that poem. Like, I don't know. Even to this day, I still feel like I don't think I'm in love, but it's like I still have love for him because meeting him and because he had such high expectation. And let me rephrase when I said selfish, because people take selfish to be something that's always bad, but not necessarily. Sometimes it requires to be selfish. He had a certain standard, and because of that standard, I put myself up there. You get it? It's like I started seeing myself at a different light because I wanted to be with him so bad. It's like, I'm not gonna read everything. You guys need to go get this book and read. But I talk about a lot of things in here, and I don't know. I wanted to share my love life. I've been in different situations, whether it was with a woman, well, not say woman, girl, because we were young, so it was girls and boys. So yeah, whether it was with a girl or a boy, like I felt like it was just so quick. I was quick to just whatever my feelings are. I'm a Scorpion. Like we are the most romantic sign of them all. You guys probably don't believe in the whole horoscope, but I do. And I'm like this person who's just very loving, like an angel you can meet. And then tomorrow, I could be the listen. I could be the worst person you have ever met. Don't play with me, okay? That what you call it, that scorpion tail is very revengeful. But I've grown so much throughout the years that I no longer let simple things, bother me like they used to back in the day. I think I could have had a lot of great relationships, but I was messed up in the head. I was going through my own thing. I don't even want to say messed up, but I was messed up in the head. You know, and now I find myself at a pause. I don't know how to be in a relationship. Really, I don't know. Can anybody else relate? Like, you have so much love to give, but you don't know how to give it. And you don't, like, I don't know if it's because I have trust issues as well. I don't trust people when they say they love me. I just don't. I don't know. Friends, I've heard so many people, they just say that you're all the time. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Every little thing. And I love you. Like, I cannot, if I'm being completely transparent, I think because I've had to, I don't know. I don't necessarily know what love is, but for some reason I just know it's not what everybody else, pretend it to be. It's not. I'm sorry. I rather you be loyal to me than to say you love me. Because a lot of these motherfuckers saying they love you, they are not loyal to you. And I'm a loyal person. Do you hear me? Like, I am a very loyal person and I've shown it in so many different ways. Um, you either catch it or you don't. But I've always been loyal to everyone I meet. Shoot. Even now, I have like people who telling me like, this is this. Don't get too attached. I don't know. I meet you, and we kick it and we hit it off or whatever. I'm loyal to you and I'm gonna get attached. That's just what it is. I'm a human. I don't know. That's how I am. That's how I feel. That's me being me. But I'm at a point now in life where it's like I don't want to be in love. I fear being in love with someone and then waking up the next day and that person is no longer in love with you. That's like one of my biggest fear. I know that feeling. I've had that feeling where you're so into it with someone. And even with Tristan, it took him so long to say that he loved me. I felt like I was begging him to love me. Like, have you ever done that? Like, you beg someone to love you? I felt like I was forcing him, like I was, and when back then, if you asked him why he loved me, he'll say, because I never gave up. And to me, that's just not a legitimate answer. Because I never gave up. So what, you saying you just gave in to my love? Like, no. If you ask me why I love this guy, Like Nivea, I could give you 25 freaking reasons. Like, I became a total different person with him. I started to find my way with him. When I met him, I had nothing. I was homeless. I didn't even have a license. And he shamed me for that and stuff. I was older than him. And from there, it's like I started doing everything from boom, license, boom, Publix, boom. I just was elevating from there, boom, car, boom. Like, I was just elevating from there, but I was doing it all to be with this person. And a story that's in the book that I've never told anyone. I don't know. I don't know if I told my friend Fatima this. But we was working at Publix, and to this day I still remember walking from Publix, listening to Jennifer Hudson, Where You At? Under the Rain, just listening to the song and just thinking about him. Like it just that's the type of love I had for him. Like I would listen to a music and I would just think of him. But anyway, at Publix, there was this customer that I do carry out for all the time. And for those who don't know what a carry out is when you take the customer's groceries to the car. And I've always had this light about myself that people gravitate towards, like customers, like work, no matter where I'm at. So there was this lady, she loved for me to take her to the car. She would tip me very well. She would sit there and she would talk to me. You can tell she was into, church and everything like that. And I remember when I made the decision to move away with Tristan to Atlanta. And I was just so happy about that. I was so vocal about it. I was telling everybody at Publix, and everyone was so supportive, to be honest. Like they loved to see me happy, smiling and everything. And they wanted to know who this guy Tristan was, that was just making me so happy. But not this woman. When I told her what my plans were to actually leave and, do this and do that, everything, and mind you, usually leaders come and look for you when you're in the parking lot too long as a quiet, what was the positions? I forgot. Quiet handler, whatever. Bagger. There you go. So when you outside for too long, they come looking for you. And this time, I was outside with this lady for a long time, telling her my, plans with this guy and everything. And she said to me, you have a great spirit about you, and I always love that about you and everything like that. And I'm listening to your plans, and congratulations. I'm happy for you. However, I just want to tell you that this is not the plan that God has for you. God has better plans for you, and this is not it. I'm going to pray with you, before you go. This was possibly a few days before, my flight to Atlanta. She said a prayer with me in that parking lot. She prayed over me, prayed over my plans and everything like that. You guys, I promise you, I got to Atlanta. How long did I last in Atlanta? I had to come right back. It was not working out because I already had trust issues. Tristan is an Aries. So one thing an Aries gonna do is hide things very well. You got to keep an Aries very close because them things are, I'm not going to say them things, and people are liars, okay? And they know how to, I don't know, you never really know a Aries life. Like, I don't know, but I love them. I love me an Aries. I love how, strong-minded they are, and they quite smart individuals. But anyway, that was not the plan God had for me. The lady prayed for me. I went to Atlanta. Things did not work out with Tristan, and I had to be back within, I want to say a few months, not even a few months. I had to be back. Actually, people at Publix, because I didn't have the money, I didn't have nothing. But I'm that covered that people at Publix put their money together for my flight, for me to get back. They make sure I was back to my store and everything. This is me. This is my life. This is things that my family don't know, that they so-called know me so well and what I've been out here doing. But yeah. Anyways, this is another episode. Thank you guys for listening. Like, share, subscribe. Leave the comments, I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear if I'm making sense because sometimes I just go to talking. I am quite the chatty box. So yeah. Bye till next time.